Hi everyone, welcome to the video. In today's video, I'm going to solve LPP problem by graphical method with mixed constraints. The problem type is minimization problem. So the objective function min z is equal to 20x1 plus 10x2. And subject to the constraints, we have three constraints. The first constraint is x1 plus 2x2 less than equal to 40. The second constraint is 3x1 plus x2 greater than equal to 30. And third constraint 4x1 plus 3x2 greater than equal to 60. And the condition here, the x1 and x2 should be greater than equal to 0. So let us solve the problem. So take down the first constraint, convert to equation x1 plus 2x2 is equal to 40. So this is equation 1. So consider x1. So here x has 0. Put x1 is equal to 0 and find x2 value in the first equation. So x1 is 0 plus 2x2 is equal to 40. So that is 2x2 is equal to 40. x2 is equal to 40 by 2. So you will get 20 as the x2 value. So assign here x2 20 and take down the table x1, x2. We have two variables, that is x1, x2. So when x1 is 0, we got x2 20. Next, in the same equation, consider x2 0 and find x1 value. So x1 remains same. 2 into x2 is 0, that is equal to 40. So x1 is equal to 40. So when x2 is 0, x1 we have got 40. So this is the first table. We have got the x1 and x2 values using the first constraint. Now take down the second constraint. 3x1 plus x2, convert to equation, so it becomes equal to 30. That is equation 2. Now consider x1 as 0 and find x2 value. So substitute x1 as 0 in the equation 2. So 3 into x1 is 0 plus x2 is equal to 30. So therefore x2 is equal to 30. So we get x2 as 30. So plot the table. So here x1, x2. So when x1 is 0, x2 we have got 30. Now consider x2 as 0 and find x1 value in the equation 2. So 3x1 remains same. x2 becomes 0, that is equal to 30. So 3x1 is equal to 30. x1 is equal to 30 by 3. So we get 10 as the x1 value. So when x2 is 0, we got x1 10. So this is the second table value we have got for x1 and x2 using equation 2. Now take down third constraint, 4x1 plus 3x2, convert to equation equal to 60. So this is equation 3. And consider x1 as 0 and find x2 value. So 4 into x1 0, substitute in equation 3, so 0. So 3x2 remains same, that is equal to 60. So 3x2 is equal to 60, x2 is equal to 60 by 3. So you get 20 as your x2 value. So assign here 20. So write down in the table x1, x2. So when x1 is 0, x2 we got 20. Next, consider x2 as 0 and find x1 value. So substitute in the equation 3. So 4x1 remains same. 3 into x2 is 0. So 0, that is equal to 60. So 4x1 is equal to 60. So x1 is equal to 60 by 4. So we get 15 as x1 value. So here assign 15. So when x2 is 0, we got x1 15. So assign the values in table which we have got for x1 and x2 using third constraint. Now let us plot the graph. So before plotting the graph, let us compare the table which we have got using three constraints. So first x1. So in all the three tables, see which is the highest value in the x1. Okay, in the x1 variable. The highest value in the x1 variable is 40. So in the graph, okay, in the you should take two sides, that is x1 and x2 axis. In the x1 axis, so up to 40 you need to write down. So I have written up to here 50, so 40 is enough. So I have written as 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. So you have to write 5. In 5's tens you need to write. And same thing in x2 you just see. In x2 we have got the highest value. So 30 is the highest value. So I have written in the x2 axis. Here also I have written up to 40. So now let us mark the points. First take down the first constraint table value. So when x1 is 0. So when x1 is 0, we have got x2 as 20. So when x1 axis is 0, so x2 we have got is 20. So here in 20 you mark a point and write down 0, 20. So 0 is x1 value and x2 value is 20. Next, when x2 is 20, we have got x1 as 40. So in x2 axis is 0 now. So x1 we have got 40. So in x1 you mark at 40 a point and write down 40, 0. Write down 40, 0. So join these 2 points using scale. So we have joined the point. So now take down the next constraint table value. So when x1 is 0, x2 we have got 30. So when x1 axis is 0, x2 we have got 30. So mark at this point and write down 0, 30. Then when x2 is 0, we have got x1 10. So when x2 axis is 0, x1 we have got 10. So at x1 axis mark at 10 and write as 10, 0. So because x1 is 10, so x2 is 0. So join these 2 points using scale. So we have joined the point. Now let us move on to the third constraint table. So when x1 is 0, x2 we have got 20. So x1 axis is 0, so x2 we have got 20. So mark at this point. So we have already here one point. At the same point we have got again. So need not to mark. So this point you consider. Okay. Next is when x2 is 0, x1 we have got 15. So when x2 is 0, x1 we have got 15. Okay, so this is the point. So here write down 15, 0. Okay, join this point. From this point again, you need to join to 15 now. So using scale, join this point. So now we have joined all the points. Now what we need to do, let us mark the points. So this is the first point we have joined using the first constraint. So here write as equation 1 and the second point. So this is the second pointed line we have joined. So this you write as equation 2 and this is the point we have got using third equation. So here write down as equation 3. So now let us find the feasible region. Now compare all the constraints. The first constraint condition you see, the first constraint condition is less than equal. So we need to consider the below region of the line, and we need to omit the above region of that line. So this is the first line. Okay, using first constraint we got. So we need to consider the below region. So when you consider this line, see, below region is this and this. Okay, and this region comes above of the line. So we are going to omit this part. Okay, and we are considering this region and this region, because this region and this region comes below of the line, because the constraint condition is less than equal. Now see the second constraint condition. So the second constraint condition is greater than equal. So we need to consider the lines above region, because the condition is greater than equal. So the second constraint line is this one. Okay, so we need to consider the above region of the line. So this region we need to have, because these two regions are above of the line, and below of this line is this region. So I am going to omit this part, and also I am going to omit this part also. This also comes below of the line. Okay, next, third constraint, you see, the third constraint condition is greater than equal. So this is the third constraint line. Okay, can you see from 20 to 15? So here we need to consider the above region. Okay, and we need to omit the below region. So when you check, this region is already omitted using second constraint. Okay, and this region we need to keep. This comes above of the line. Okay, this we have to keep, and this region we need to omit, because this is below of the line. So I am omitting this region. Okay, and this region we need to keep. Okay, now we have compared all the constraint, and finally see all the regions whichever we had, all the regions is omitted except this region. So this region is nothing but our feasible region. Okay, so just here you mark and write this region as feasible region. So this region is our feasible region. And now mark the corner points for the feasible region. So now when you see the corner points of the feasible region, so here, so let us consider this point. Okay, this is the starting point, and here the two lines are getting intersected. So mark it as A. So there you mark it as A, and this point. Okay, so this point you mark it as B, and this as C, and this point as D. Okay, so totally we have 4 points: A, B, C and D. Now find the values for all this corner point. So we have for C already value. So the C corner point value is 15, 0, and D corner point value is 40, 0. Now we need to find the value for the corner point A and B. Now let us find the value for A. Now for A, towards x1 axis, just see what is the value. So we are getting here, just put a dotted line. So I am getting 4 as x1 value for the point A and towards x1 axis. I am getting 18. I am getting 18 towards x2 axis. So 4, 18 is the value for corner point A. Now let us find the value for B. So here towards x1 axis, so I am getting 6 x1 value and x2. So x2 I am getting I'm getting 12 x2 value. So x1 is 6 and x2 is 12 for the point B. So now we have found all the corner point values A, B, C, D, and this is our feasible region. Now let us substitute all these corner point values in our given objective function. So take down the objective function. So our objective function is min z is equal to 20x1 plus 10x2. And the corner points, we have got 4 corner points A, B, C, D, and take down the values of all the 3 corner points. So first z of A. So z of A value is 4, 18. Next z of B. So z of B is 6, 12. Next z of C. Z of C is 15, 0. Next z of D is 40, 0. So substitute all these values in the objective function. So the first one, 20 into the x1 value is 4 plus 10 into x2 value is 18. So that is equal to 20 into 4, 80 plus 10 into 18, 180. So that is equal to 260. So next z of B. So substitute the values. 20 into x1 is 6 plus 10 into x2 is 12. 20 into 6, 120 plus 10 into 12, 120. So 120 plus 120 is 240. Next is for the corner point C. So 20 into x1 value is 15 plus 10 into x2 is 0. Is equal to 20 into 15, 300 plus 10 into 0, 0. So 300 plus 0 is 300. Next for the corner point D, 20 into x1 is 40 plus 10 into x2 is 0. So that is equal to 20 into 40, 800 plus 10 into 0, 0. So that is equal to 800. So now we have found all the corner point values. Now our problem is minimization problem. So in all the corner points, check which corner point has got the minimum value. So here at point B, z of B, we have got 240. Okay, so this is nothing but our optimum solution for the z. So we have got our optimum solution at B. Therefore, the minimum value of z is equal to 240 at corner point B, where x1 is equal to 6 and x2 is equal to 12. So min z of optimum solution is equal to 240. So this is our optimum solution we have got. So when you see in the graph, so this point, okay, 6, 12. So this point only we have got our optimum solution. So you can make a round. So thank you for watching.